We're revisiting the Brewers Red Sox deal.
Wow.
Milwaukee got Kyle Harrison, and Nays just said the year before the deal, the Brewers got Quinn Priester from Boston. The year before. And D-Row, Craig Counsell was talking about Kyle Harrison's fastball. How it's just different. And Murph said it too postgame. He said his fastball changes the game. Explain that. What do you...
He establishes the heater. We're going to get into it a little bit. He's adjusted going over to Milwaukee, whether it's the pitching coach, their pitching lab, whatever they took a look at, they adjusted where he stands on the mound. He's got that kind of upshoot low, but then he's raised his arm slot with Milwaukee, getting on top of the heater, that induced vertical break, kind of holding its plane top of the zone. He was a two-pitch guy basically the entire night.
Yes.
We watched Chase Burns do this in Cincinnati. If you have an elite fastball and you establish it, you start to get the swings and misses on the slurve and the sweeper. He would, again, big-time heater, big-time metrics, just needed to be unlocked, whether it was going to happen in San Francisco, Boston, Milwaukee. It was going to happen at some point if he believed, right? So they make the move. He comes over to Milwaukee. He has been a godsend, and that is a huge, I don't care. I don't dive too deep over 162, different types of rivalry games. That was a message sent walking into Wrigley Field and just whacking them 3 games in a row. So the Cubs wake up today. They got to lick their wounds a little bit. Milwaukee's feeling real good about what they're doing. So I wanted to dive in on Kyle Harrison and talk about the adjustments he's made since going over to Milwaukee and the filth he's throwing right now and doing it with 2 pitches. Bring up the first full screen. 2026 leaders, ERA. You got Shohei Ohtani, Schlittler, Nick Martinez, Davis Martin, and Kyle Harrison. And then punching tickets, K percentage. It's The Miz, it's Kyle Harrison, it's Dylan Cease, DeGrom, and Paul Skeens. So let's dive into a couple early at-bats, and then we'll come out and show a few things. I mean, it's heater right down Broadway to Ian Happ. Heater again, in, off. There's not a lot of think here. He's coming at you with a 4-seam fastball, thinks he can beat you up top. Now he tunnels the breaking ball off of it. Doesn't even have to be an awesome breaking ball. It just has to be in the vicinity to get you in swing mode. But the ability to consistently throw fastballs in fastball counts. That is a perfect pitch down and away, 1-2. You think you're getting a slider off, and he's able to beat Michael Busch to the spot. PCA, more of the same. Walk you through this at bat. Heater, middle cut, steal a strike, 0-0. Pause. He just got 3 fastballs in a row. He got the 0-0 cookie, then he got black away, then he gets elevated up top. If you're PCA, what are you saying to yourself? He's not going to throw me 4 fastballs in a row. He's got to see if I'll fish at his breaker or sweeper away. Run this pitch. Locked him up. 4-seam 97. He doesn't go away from it. So bring up the board of the pitch usages through times in the order. Take a look at this. First time through the order, look at his heater. 82% of the time. Slurve 15% of the time. 2 pitches. First pitch fastball, you're getting it 100% of the time. If you're watching the game, so you ever watch Freddie Freeman? You see a lot of guys in the dugout on the iPad looking at their swing.
He's top step.
He's top step watching a ball game.
Every pitch.
So it would be ambush mode if you're hitting like 6-7 spot for the Cubs. And then you got the highest whiff percentage on his fastball. So he could throw it any time. He established it 82% of the time, first time through the order, and then he can expand off of it. So here you go, whiff percentage, 33.6. Look at the velo, 95. You got Miz sitting at almost 100 miles an hour. I mean, these guys are just absolutely throwing noise. So what has he done differently since coming over to Milwaukee? Look at the split screen. Look at where his head is in relation to home plate. So he was all the way.
Interesting.
Yeah, all the way on the third base side, Robert. Now he's moved to the middle of the rubber. What has that helped him with? He's definitely adjusted. He's much lower arm angle-wise, too, in San Francisco, and he's gotten more on top in 2026. 2 things it shows to me. Moving to the middle of the rubber now gives his slurve a chance. The presentation, when you're in the box, that it can cover the 17 inches. If you're throwing me a slurve as a left-handed pitcher from the third base side of the rubber, it's middle to in. And I can kind of see it and give up on it. If it's not very back foot, it's a spit. But if you're in the middle of the mound, now I got to cover it more visually. And he's able to beat me up top with his heater. So he's got the elite heater, and now the presentation of the slurve has gotten way better. Let's give you some more ABs. Because second time, third time through the order, that's what he went to. And again, it's not wipe out breaking ball. It's a get me over slurve, steal a strike, steal it again, maybe mix in a high heater. And he had Ian Happ on the defense all night. Miguel Amaya, same thing. There's no think. Four-seamer in, sweeper off of it. Four-seamer in, sweeper off of it. And now let me beat you with the four-seamer in. It's two pitches. When a guy can go out and do that, they are the most comfortable loafers you will take because there's no real thinking involved there. And you see Kyle Harrison, career slurve splits. Before he came over, that pitch got whacked around. 289 batting average and a 535 slug. In 2026, he's been able to throw that to a 116 batting average and a slug of nothing. So we got a heat map. Here we go again. Here we are, catcher's perspective, right? Four-seamer, top of the zone, slurve, tunneled off of it to the bottom of the zone. They put guys on the mound that can outstuff you. Milwaukee is a very scary team.